It's that time once more and again for us coming to your homes for 15 minutes of daily inspiration. It's continuing to rack up, but what I enjoy is that in the midst of what keeps stacking up on us in quarantine, we're still being inspired. Welcome to New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, where our senior pastor is Dr. Jamal Bryant, and we are honored, we are elated, and we are humbled to be able to inspire you on a regular basis. Let me take a moment to salute my pastoring partners, my spiritual siblings, Pastor Carriana Turner, our pastor of Emerging Generations, and Pastor Kylese Lemon, our executive pastor. We've been sharing this platform weekly to make sure we inspire you in our unique angles and lenses of inspiration. And we thank you for your comments. We thank you for your shares. We thank you for your instant messages telling us how much it has changed your life. And we are not going to stop. We got a bad boy spirit. We can't stop. We won't stop. We're going to make sure that it happens for you on a regular basis. So take a moment, do what you know you need to do. Start your watch party because you influence your social circle like only you can. On top of that, tag a few people because they need this moment of inspiration. Share and get ready to take notes. You all know that I've been in a series for the last few weeks on success in separation. I've been able to teach you that separation and death are synonyms. And in this moment, for you to have success in your life, your purpose, and your business, you're going to need to be able to separate from some key components. And as we focused on moments where it was just about purpose, moments where it was just about business, moments where it was just about the life plan, today, all three of the plans intersect. And I'm calling part 4 of success in separation, when it hurts so bad. When it hurts so bad. I want you to be able to embrace the pain as a necessary gain. And this is important because I'm a music fan. I remember the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I'm going to date myself when I talk about CDs because there are a few of you who've never seen a CD. If I call it an album, you'll totally start scratching your head, eating Wonder Bread, trying to figure out what an album is. But one of the greatest LPs that you'll ever run into is the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And she has a song that will totally saturate your soul. It's called When It Hurts So Bad. And some of the lyrics says, what you want might make you cry. What you need might pass you by if you don't catch it. She says, and what you need, ironically, will turn out what you want to be if you just let it. It's a message of allowing pain to turn around and benefit you. It may hurt right now, but in the long run, it helps you. And somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about as you're tuned in to your device, as you're on Facebook, as you're on YouTube. Some of us are in the midst of pain right now. We're in circumstances where we're trying to figure out, God, why did you allow this to happen to me? You're in the pain right now of dealing with getting over a person that you lost, somebody who hurt you. You're in the pain of being in a position where you lost stuff, and the stuff you lost is causing you pain. Some of you just came out of pain, where you're now on the recovery side of pain. You're trying to make sense of all of this foolishness. I am not germane and absent from the reality that some of us have dealt with people in the midst of COVID-19 that mattered to us, and their lives have been snuffed away, and you are still dealing with the pain. And there are a few of us who've gotten beyond the pain and seen the gain in it. And I want to help you understand that to have success in separation, you've got to embrace that when it hurts so bad, that this pain is operating for your gain. There are 4 payoffs for your pain. And I want to help you in your business, in your purpose, and in your life. See the payoffs for your pain. The first thing that pain will help you pay off in when it hurts so bad is it will force you to be proactive. It will force you to be proactive. Many of us see pain as a reactive response. But the truth be told, it is proactive in its actions. In the Bible, there's an individual named James. I had issues with James in the past because he's one of the brothers, the siblings of Jesus, and he doesn't believe or follow Jesus while he's here. But after his brother dies and is resurrected, he becomes an apostle, and he writes an amazing portion of scripture where he says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptation." When James says count it all, he's telling you to be proactive. You had to now start in a position where you started doing the math ahead of time. You realize that there would be moments where your positive is going to turn into negative, where your heart of joy will turn into a heart broken from pain. And you've got to be proactive in preparing for this moment, and it has to force you to see that there's going to be glory after this. Some of you have not been able to see the success of your prophet because you haven't embraced the reality of your pain. You want to be able to reap on a high level, but you want to go through nothing in the valley. You want your purpose to make sense, but you don't want nobody to screw you. You want your purpose to make sense, but you don't want to have your heart broken. You want your purpose to make sense, and you don't want to go through any broke moments. You don't want to go through any dark moments. You don't want to go through circumstances that toughen you up. Pain makes you proactive. And if you want to profit, you've got to be proactive in your pain. You got to start counting it up. When you get to the portion where pain is primary in your life, you got to do what the old folks do. Sometimes I wonder, my mind looks back and wonders sometimes how I made it over. Said, I don't know how I did it. I look back over my shoulders, and when I think about it, it was the Lord. I recognize it was him because he brought me through other pains. He brought me through other circumstances. He brought me through other dark moments. He brought me through other painful precipitations of circumstances. And because of that, I'm proactive. I'm proactive to pray. While I'm up, I'm praying because I know one day I'm going to be down. I'm proactive to fast, that when the devil is hot on my trail, that I'm letting him know that I'm prepared for whatever you throw at me. Your life, your business, as well as your purpose can see the pain as gain if you learn how to, number one, use this and allow it to force you to be proactive. But number two, you've got to help. This pain has to help you see God's providence. This pain has to help you see God's providence. It's a word, pro-video, 2 words. It's to go before and see. God has gone before us and saw what we were dealing with, and he's made provisions that if we realize that what we are going through is because of his glory, because of his name, you'll start recognizing that it hurts so bad, but God is going to get the glory. This is important because James says, count it all joy, even when you fall. He didn't say in the case that you might fall. He didn't say it's a possibility that you will fall. He says, even when you fall, it's going to happen. It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the circumstance that they laid you off. You thought you had to have that job, and they gave you a pink slip, and you were upset trying to figure out, how am I going to make it? And now you look back and you're grateful they laid you off because you were tired of the job anyway. You were looking for another out. You had to be able to see that this pain was forcing you to realize that God has gone before you and made some things shift in your life. You started to count up all of the moments when you lost the house, you lost the relationship, you lost the situation, and now you're writing the book. You don't have any problem putting chapter after chapter. Why? Because each chapter is showing you God's provision. You can tell people how to get through it only because you came over it. And you can't share with nobody on how to make it to a place you haven't arrived at already. And many of us don't realize that God put these circumstances in our lives as a proactive standpoint for him to get his glory. It's the same thing that David says. He says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. But here it is, verse 3, he restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness. Why does he do it, David? Because it's for his name. I don't want you to think you so good, you so all of that, and a bag of chips that God put you through pain because of you. Many times he's done it for you and through you so that people can see him. And you've got to embrace that it hurts so bad because now you're a champion for his cause. Your plan is in place. Your life is better. Your circumstance is better. Your business is thriving because God, through pain, forced you to see that he was providing for you. Number three, you got to realize that when it hurts so bad, one of the main realities is this pain will allow you to recognize God's patience. It will allow you to recognize God's patience. Back to James, he says, count it all joy, even when you fall in divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Many of us have never learned how to wait. I'll be honest with you, I've looked up a lot of words in the dictionary. And one word in 41 years that I've never looked up is the word wait, W-A-I-T. And the reason I've never had to look it up, because life told me what it meant to wait. Sometimes I just had to have enough patience to wait, because when I wanted it, it was the wrong time. And if he would have given it to me when I wanted it, I would have messed it all up. I think about even being here on this platform. If he had given me this opportunity to be promoted a year ago, I would have lost it in 2 days. Some of you realize that God has put you through pain to make you strong enough to understand that he's patiently waiting. He's not thrown off by any of this. He's not stuck on 285. He's not stuck on 75, 85. He's waiting for you to catch up with him. God is so all here at once that he's patient enough, because the Bible says that God is from everlasting to everlasting, which implies he's always bumping into himself. When he gets to where he's going, he runs into himself. He's patient simply because he's already there. You've got to understand that God will allow some of the circumstances in our lives to realize his patience. I'm grateful sometimes that God was patient enough for me to mature. I'm grateful sometimes that God was patient enough for me to get to the place that I could handle his provision. I'm grateful that I had some pains. I'm grateful that I went through some circumstances. The pain created the gain. I even think about when I'm working out. Some of the times it's a circumstance where if I don't feel some tightness, if I don't feel some pain, I don't feel like I got stronger. I don't feel like I had a good workout. Some of us don't realize that patience through pain creates profit. Again, patience through pain creates profit, and you will profit at the end of this if you just recognize God is patient. God is okay waiting on you to grow up. He realizes that he has a crown of glory over your head, and the challenge is you're not tall enough to fit it yet. And he's putting you through pain to grow you, to mature you, to get you to the height that you can wear the crown that he has prepared for you. But he'll wait patiently with a crossed leg and a folded arm, knowing that after this pain, after his name is glorified, your business will now be better. Your life will now be better. Your purpose will be greater, because God is patient, and this pain hurt so bad that you were able to see his patience. Finally, another way you will be able to say when it hurt so bad that I was able to turn my pain into gain, it develops a sense of persistence. It develops a sense of persistence in your business. Let me help you as a marketplace master, as an operator in ministry, as an individual who's focused on the mainstream. If you don't go through pain, it will not put you in the place where you're persistent enough to pursue. Some of us are so weak, so fragile, so shallow that you need to put us in a box and make sure the arrows are pointing up, because you're fragile. You can't handle anything. You haven't gone through anything yet. The pain hasn't developed you, and you're not persistent. You're ready to give up. You're ready to throw in the towel. You're ready to walk out and quit. But when you've gone through pain and it turned into gain, certain stuff won't make you give up. It'll make you persist. It'll make you fight. It'll make you go harder. It'll make you get up early in the morning when you want to lay down. It'll make you drive to this destination. It'll make you operate in your purpose, because I've gone through too much to give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me this thing was going to be easy, but this pain hurt so bad that you're not going to get no free whoopings on me now. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to persist all the way to my destiny. My life will not be without purpose. My business will not be without a plan. My purpose will not go undone. I won't wake up one day and meet the person I could have been. I'm going to wake up and meet the person that God designed me to be. Why? Because when it hurt so bad, the pain turned into gain. I'm excited. I hate to even end it because I spoke to me today, and I hope this message impacted you. Your pain is not without purpose. It is pain that is taking you to the gain. And when it hurts so bad, realize that God is still in control. This is an opportunity that you can't miss. You cannot hear these inspirational messages and think you can do this all by yourself. And I don't want to go another further without giving you an opportunity to be able to join the greatest church on the planet. We want to help you go through everything God is taking you through so he can get you to your purpose. And if you would consider being family, if you would just go to joinnewbirth.org. And when you click on joinnewbirth.org, you've made another step to being closer to your purpose. There are a few of you who have been so impacted by this inspiration that you want to worship God through giving. You realize that New Birth is great soil. This is a place where you're growing, where you're going. And you realize that we are helping people not just locally, not just regionally, not just nationally, but we take God global. If you pick up your device and text NBGIVE to 77977 right now, don't wait, don't stop, don't hesitate, give right now and help us help God continue to change the lives of people. We're thankful for you. We're thankful for your shares, for your views. Keep sharing. Don't stop. Keep tagging. Don't stop, because New Birth is doing it on a level that only we can. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a virus-free remainder of the day. Allow the pain to turn into gain, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.